Primes and Optimuses. This is your good pal Mr.Jazzy Drifter here to review this quite little interesting figure. This is KBBMP10-v, or that one Chinese company's amazing attempt at a Voyager-sized Optimus Prime to go right into your classics Henkei universe generations. Basically, your updated Generation 1 figures. Right off the bat, you'll recognize that 1. This is just the masterpiece, but scaled down. 2. Most of the molding is just Hasbro and Takara's handiwork. And 3. I don't have the trailer. And yes, technically this is a KO/knockoff. Wait. This may be a knockoff, but if you ignore that for a second and hear me out, then take into account this is a knockoff, you'll be impressed. Fine, what do you want? Cookies? Fine, there will totally be cookies at the end of this video. Promise. This ultimately just screams the classic 84 Optimus we all admire, from the silver side linings to the tall and flat grille. From just about any glance, you know who this truck is supposed to be. This ultimately does have some problems, which can be found on the official Prime, such as those feet. Oh my god, those feet, they just look so out of place. They're tumors to an overall great truck mode. But I have seen it with the trailer, and it covers up completely. Same could be said for the original. Let's get another thing out of the way. The blue of this figure is darker than the American release of MP10. In fact, this figure goes after the Japanese color scheme, which I gotta say, really appeals to my practical aesthetic. Probably has to deal with most of my collection, mainly consisting of bright blue primes, and this guy pops out because he's darker, which really catches your eye.
Alright, let's see how MP10-v stacked up to other vehicles and trucks. So here's a Evasion Mode Optimus Prime from Transformers 4. They look pretty good together. He cleans up the kibble in the back way better though. Alright, let's compare him to another Prime. The Primiest Prime, Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime. So he's not a flat nose, well he is. He's a long nose, I think they're called. So yeah, again, he cleans up the kibble better than him. Alright. Let's get his white repaint. Or back in the old days he was, don't worry about it, whatever. Anyway, here's a Takara Legends Ultra Magnus. So you gotta put the trailer to the side because it's too big. You can see he's a lot smaller than him. I mean, obviously. You can see he's about half the trailer length. Like half the trailer. It'd be cool if they were the same size, but I don't know how that'd work with transformation and stuff like that. Let's compare Bumblebees. Here's a mold that almost all of you guys should have by now. Classics B. Classics B, man. Again, I think this needs to be a lot smaller to fit in a better scale, because if Beam Driver was to fit in there, he would be like huge in here, because yeah. So the scaling's off. Let's bring in a better B. Times Return Legends B. That's slightly better scale. Slightly better. As you can see, look good together. Look good. Alright, let's bring in the rods. Classics Hot Rodimus. Rodimus, Hot Rod, whatever you call them. This is the Battle in Space version. I like pretty good together. Pretty good. I like it. But then again, I think he's too big. Here's Titan's Return Hot Rod. Still too big. He's either too small or he's too big. Either way. They look nice together. I like those two. Alright, let's bring out the Megatron. I guess we'll hold them like that. Here's Classics Megs, and ridiculously out of scale, but still, you know, it's good, I guess. I mean, that's what you expect. Now, all you scale junkies are gonna hate this. You're gonna be like, why? Here's a Hegemon, Toy World Hegemon, with the whole barrel extension and stuff, and Prime. Scale's gone. Scale is absolutely destroyed. But I like to use this for accurate scale. Semi-accurate scale. There, you know? Doesn't work that good, but it's still better than that. So yeah.
Enough talk. It's time to get bipedal. First, pull out the headlights and flip the ends of the bumper, and then flip the truck sides down. Pull out the classic Prime windshield wipes, and then pull out the truck seats. Push the gas tanks back, and then keep them untapped. Fold the tanks like this, as if they're pulled in. The side panels aren't able to fit. Continue with pulling the forearm chunks out, and get them to about 90 degrees. Flip the head up, then push the grill in, and flip the bumper down. Unhinge the arms up. Turn them around, and spin the wheel parts, pushing the headlights and bumper chunks as you do, revealing the G1 animation accurate side parts. Hinge the torso up, then push it back, clicking it into the fake robo grill. Be careful though. I've heard tales of misfortune about this piece snapping off. Then spin the waist around. Now for the legs. Untap the two chunks, flip out the panels, moving the gas tanks if need be, allowing for the panels to get into place. Push the vent panels to the front, and then grab the legs and extend them, flattening the feet as you do so. Flip the arms back, and then pull the arms down. Open the back arm panels, and flip the hands out. Push all the other cable bits into place, and there you go. Mr. Leader, the freak out of— oh wait, wrong Prime. Wow. Just wow. Look at the result of the semi-complex transformation. There is no doubt about who this figure is. From the clean silhouette with minimal cable, to the unmistakable head shape, and the classic truck tits. You know who this is from a mile away. But, again, this figure is freaking awesome. But, he is still a knockoff, and all the credit of the designs and the transformation are all handiwork of Hasbro and Takara.
Alright, articulation. So, well, the head can do a full swivel around. The plate down here allows for looking downward and looking up. Arms, they're on a full motion here. And you can't get that much outward motion unless you do this. There we go. Now you can get that. Go down. Lower arms, they can swivel right here on this squeaky joint. Full 90. Hands can go out. Pointer finger can point, so you could be like pointing stuff, you know, like Prime does in marketing material. Hands, full swivel around. Waist joint. This is glorious. Just look at this. Look at that. Glorious. Now for the legs, a little bit disappointing. You can only go forward that much. Tilt it, you can go a little bit more forward, but backward you can only go that much. That's limited. Lower legs, got a nice joint here. Swivel. Boot cut, I think it's called. Ratchet backwards. About barely 90, like almost 90. Going forward, I want to break his leg that far. And feet. You can tilt them that much. Got an ankle tilt. Feet, you can wobble them forward. And then heel spur down if you want. Yeah, I just want them to pose weird. Foot can also move back and forth a tiny bit. Like, there we go. Overall, yeah, he's a big boy. Good boy. Pose him however you want. That waist swivel. That waist swivel, man. Ooh, that waist swivel. Alright, let's do some size comparisons. Here's a good mold. Oof, he's a big boy. Here's a United Warrior, or not United Warriors. Pff. Here's a Takara Legends Ultra Magnus. You can see, I mean, he really is a Voyager, and he really is a leader class figure. Let's get a figure most of you guys probably have. Classics B mold, you know. Bumblebee. Prime, you know. As you can see, short, big, yellow, red and blue. Let's get another B. This is the Titans Return Legends Bumblebee. Let me get him. There we go. As you can see, they look very well together. This is how I display them on my shelf. Here's another Prime. We want to compare them to a decent mold. Robots in Disguise. The toy line, not the show. Or not the other show as well. Basically Transformers Prime. Yeah, see they scale decently. I mean, I don't know why you'd scale them together. Here's a very good figure. Very good, I mean, God tier. Oh. Transformers 4, Transformers, Age of Extinction, Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. God tier. He's a God tier figure. Let's see, put a new head on him, yeah. But yeah, those two are perfect. Those are perfect with each other. Let's get some Hot Rod love in here. Hot Rods. Classics Hot Rod. They look alright. They look decent. But if you want a better Hot Rod, you have Time to Turn Hot Rod. As you can see, they scale excellently. Oh yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot this. Here's Prime in a classic Smegs. Not that good of a mold, but still pretty good. Prime's taller, so you don't want to use him. What you want to use instead is Toy World Hegemon with feet extensions. Yeah, as you can see, Megs is taller, but if you remove the feet extensions down there, Prime's taller. I'll go over him later, you know, at a later date. Yeah, now we are done with this part.
This wasn't the only thing that was in the box. Let's now explore the small amount of accessories that were packed in. First part are these heads, each one going on their own take of Prime's face. This one represents a time before Prime was Prime, but instead he was simply known as Pax. Orion Pax. I swear, this is just an upscaled version of the 2014 Orion Pax toy. Take note of the larger eyes in this one. It really sells the whole point of this being a younger bot. Plus the smaller Prime ears help evoke a younger Prime. This one is ripped straight out of those 90s AF GQ comics. Take note of the more pronounced nose. You see what I mean? The last one's kind of a weird one. While it can be argued that this one is actually the G2 one, because of the more angry, more gritty expression, while that may be true, it really doesn't matter, or affect anything. The next thing to talk about is his standard Ion Blaster. Almost every Prime is sure to have at least one of them. This gun's a downsized version of the MP, minus the spring, so you have to pull out the gun yourself. Prime looks alright with the firearm. I've seen some reviewers and fans equip him with either MP10s or a Combinor Prime's gun to fix the whole small pea shooter vibe this gun gives off. The next item is the axe, a one episode gimmick that has not been established as a staple with Prime. While the gun seems too small, the axe is a perfect size, allowing for the most dynamic of poses. Lastly, Optimus comes with an instrument of destruction, a die-cast Megatron. This doesn't transform, by the way, in case you thought so. I believe this is ripped from the Masterpiece Soundwave, which makes more sense to ship with him instead of Prime. But this is another reference to the G1 cartoon where Prime used Megas to shoot at something. I think those Insecticons. I don't know.
Because this figure is a Prime, well, guess what it has? You guessed it, a Matrix compartment. So, just like the MP10, you open those up and you can try to get the silver part up. Hold on, I'll be right back. And after you get that up, there's a little matrix in there. Yeah, you see that? I'll get it out of there. Hold on. There it is. The gosh darn matrix leadership. It's very small, very tiny. Focus. There it is. It's very small, very tiny. That's what the sides look like. You can open it up. You get that. Yeah. It's cool.
Overall, this figure is great and honestly one of the treasures of my collection. For a long time now, I've been thinking about picking up the Classics Prime mold, but after seeing what this guy can do, I am really glad I didn't. Besides, I'm a chug collector, but I have a sweet spot for Masterpiece. Honestly, if you're like me, I would say you have to go online and pick up this jewel right now. But be careful, this figure is a KO and it should be priced around $50 USD. Any lower than that could be a scam, I'm not sure. Well, this has been Mr. Jazzy Drifter, and I'll see y'all next time with something a little more pew-pewable.